everyone, it's Kathryn here with Poughkeepsie Food Power at Home, and today I'm in my home garden and we're going to talk about how to harvest the herb cilantro so that you can cut and come again all season long. And so we're going to be focusing on cilantro in containers because we're going to be talking more about container gardening for all types of vegetables next week. So let's get to know cilantro. It's good to know your plants when you're caring for them. So one big one that a lot of people don't know is that cilantro actually likes cool weather. Even though it's popular in cuisine from generally warmer places like Latin America, Southeast Asia, and other Asian cuisine, it actually really does not like hot weather. So it's a good one to grow early in the spring or into the fall. In a container, depending how warm your house is, it may not mind so much being there in the middle of summer, but that's something to keep in mind. And you can grow it from seed, or you can buy a seedling and transplant it. So which part of the plant are we eating? We are most often using the leaves, and they are usually used raw as a garnish or for seasoning, added into sauces and salsas. Like I said, they're popular in all kinds of different cuisine. The stems are very soft and they can be chopped up right along with the leaves. You might just want to chop off the bottom if it looks a little soggy or dirty from being in the soil or water. And then a lot of people grow it just for the seeds as well. If you don't like cilantro, you may like coriander, so we'll talk more about that. For a recipe to use your cilantro, check out our video on Locro de Papa, a potato soup. So I'm going to show you how to harvest. And the first step is to find these big main stems. So you can see how much fatter this one is than the little guys on the side. And then once you find your main stem, you're going to look, these are the mature leaves. They're about the size of a nickel at the top. If you go down your main stem, you're going to find these small little tiny leaves coming off down here. And that is what's called new growth. So you want to make sure you always are harvesting above the new growth and taking the mature leaves and then leaving this new growth to turn into mature leaves because it will keep growing. And you can find those down at the very bottom coming out of the soil as well. You'll see they're much smaller all the way around. So here are some other tips for caring for your cilantro plant. Harvesting will often make it last longer as long as you make sure you leave enough leaves for it to keep growing back. Also, you want to make sure it doesn't get too dried out or too hot because cilantro will begin to bolt, meaning that it will jump to the end of its life cycle and begin to produce seed. So you can let it flower and produce seeds, and you can save those or replant them. Or you can use them because the seeds are actually the spice known as coriander. To harvest the seeds, wait until they turn brown. Then your plant has completed its life cycle, and you can plant a new cilantro plant for the next season. So I've included some pictures here of what it does look like when it goes to seed, and the seeds are the round green parts in the picture on the right. And then if you do plant it and grow it from seed, that is a picture on the left where you can still see the seed hanging on to the tiny little seedling that grew out of it. A little tip on storage. You can harvest a lot at once. Like we said, it's better for the plant to keep harvesting. So if you harvest a little bunch of it, wrap it up with a rubber band, and you can put it into a glass or a jar of water in the fridge, and that'll make it last a lot longer than just putting it in a baggie in the fridge. So that'll keep it fresh so you can use it all week long, maybe even longer than a week. So friends, thanks for learning with me today. I just harvested a little bit since my plants are still pretty small, but it's enough to put on top of a taco. So I hope you enjoy your cilantro, and I'll see you next time.